We got a delivery. God dang it. Come on. There we go. Yay. What's going on, guys? Rods over bricks here. So we finally got the little wheel adapters here today, and we're going to put the drift wheels on this thing. Man, I am super stoked. Anyways, red was not my color of choice, but they were the quickest ones available and the cheapest ones. So this is something normally, if you have a 3D printer, I'm sure it can be made with ease. I don't really 3D print, but all these are for is to go from the 5mm hex on these axles to the common 12mm hex. It was pretty hard to find drift wheels that were 5mm hex and still like, 55, 60 millimeters tall. Anyways, it looks like it's going to fit perfectly. The rear is real easy. It's just pretty much a bolt-on procedure with no cutting, no modifications, etc. The front, however, I did have to find some slightly longer screws, and that wasn't my only problem. The other problem is real easy. Again, if you had a 3D printer, you could fix a problem here. But the wheel is supposed to butt up against that little itty-bitty shoulder there. Otherwise, it slops in and out like that. So I took some old K'NEX pieces, and the silver plastic is polyoxymethylene. So it's got pretty good wear resistance. So I just wound up cutting it several times with an X-Acto knife until it fit perfectly with maybe a 0.006 gap. And that's all you need to do is just make a little spacer, and then you put your adapter on, and then you put your wheel on, and as long as you have a little bit of wiggle room between the shoulder of that black plastic piece and the silver piece that I cut out, I mean, like, you just need the smallest amount. And then you just tighten it up like normal, and these happen to work just perfectly fine. I wish it was lower, but here's glamour shots. All right, so last night I broke it. Yeah, so I went in here and pulled it all apart, and I found some gears that worked, but I think we're having some kind of issues. So I pulled out the front leaf spring screws and loosened the leaf springs, slid the drive shafts out, got the motor out. It comes out super easy. You're able just to spread the frame a little bit and pop it right out of there. And from there, I'm just going to go ahead and just pull this little case apart. And I think the problem's right up here on this end. Everything that's on the lower side of what you're seeing right now is all pretty much stock, but I did change out the two gears. It was a 2.75 to 1 ratio. Now it's just about 1 to 1. I did have to make kind of a goofy little goober bushing. But the problem here is it looks like this little square piece of metal that acts as the countershaft is just a little bit too short now that I've modified stuff. The old gear had a pretty big shoulder on it and bit into more of that. But that'll be a problem for later. Anyways, we're gonna get this thing all back together, and it looks like it's working. All right, so it's working pretty good. It's temporary. I'm not even putting all the screws back in for the motor. We're just gonna run this thing. Anyways, here it is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, and stay tuned. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. My brushless stuff should be here in the next couple days. And we're going to pump 2S and 3S through this thing and do a brushless, I think it's a 2430 motor. Anyways, this thing's going to rip. I mean, it's still using the stock motor, stock battery, stock ESC. And it could do some sliding. It's definitely a little underpowered still. But when that brushless stuff goes in, we're going to have fun and we're going to break stuff. Oh, that's Crunchalicious! Ooh, that square shaft popped out again. All right, well, I'll see if I can make a longer one and get back to it. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you later.